Welcome everyone, Christine here with more Stellar Blade. The full PC version has come out, and it starts, if you play the demo, it starts at the end point of the demo, on the final boss of the demo, Abaddon. They really should have called them Abaddon the Armed Failure, would have been a nice nod to Warhammer from my perspective. We do have a fancy new suit for Eve, that's because I pre-ordered. I didn't get the expensive edition. I gotta say, the price of this game is a bit much. I have to argue on that. Still, really easy boss to deal with. He's got a bunch of easy to dodge, dual wield attacks, even though I did end up taking quite a bit of damage that I really shouldn't have. But yeah, he's fairly easy to deal with. So he's got a bunch of lightning attacks, dual wield attacks, one attack where he's throwing lightning all over the place, and you've got to dodge it. But yeah, overall a fairly easy boss. Now, I suspect the reason the game starts here after you end the demo and you load it up in the full game, it's because we didn't get a save point at the end of the demo. Rather, we kill the boss, but then the demo ends before we can get that save point and actually get the ending cinematic and the loot of the boss. Yeah, fairly easy affair to deal with Abaddon over here. If only Abaddon was so easy for the Imperium to actually tackle in the Warhammer universe. But then we finally get the proper cinematic after killing him.
You defeated it, Eve. Amazing.
It wasn't an Alphanate either.
It wasn't, but still so strong. Things will only get harder.
Maybe. Anyway, please show me the next route, Adam.
Right, hold on. Let me take a look at the map data. As the crow flies, the Hall of Records isn't too far from here. But an entire block is submerged. We have to find a way to cross.
Are you saying that there's no way?
I found it. Do you see the sign behind the stone statue? There's a transportation device there that you can use.
What? You really think that these abandoned devices are still going to work?
Well, the supply camp was in one piece. Let's just try to stay positive.
Uh-huh, positive. Sure.
So after that, I clear this parking lot, which I entered to fight Abaddon, and go to the other side. There's a couple of crab-like enemies over here, as well as 2 fusion cores you need to find in order to open the gate to get outside, but nothing too fancy, nothing too special, no real secrets over here. I'm really starting to get the feel that this game is very much like God of War, more so than Dark Souls. It also has to do with the way you upgrade your character, because it's about upgrading attack power, upgrading HP through body cores, all that kind of stuff. Now, as we exit this parking lot, the camera lingers on this statue. I suspect that might be Mother? I'm not sure, right? But regardless, we do have a save point over there, as well as this horse-like enemy that does give me a bit of trouble. Thankfully, he doesn't respawn, so he's very close to the spawn point, but yeah, he doesn't respawn. This one, at the very least, doesn't respawn, and it's a prelude for what's to come. After dealing with him, I go through an underground passage, dealing with more crabs along the way, small crabs this time around. Deal with one of the statue enemies, and finding another body core, which I just need one more in order to increase Eve's HP at this stage. Now, going down the proper path, I do find the last body core I need for now to increase Eve's maximum HP and get treated to more crab enemies along the way, as well as a couple of puzzles, as well as quote-unquote secrets, if you will, or things that aren't necessarily on the obvious path, but they are rewards. There's various data entries, there's various loot drops that you can find all over the place. Speaking about loot drops, I chose to insert an upgrade on Eve that ensures she takes less damage. I don't really need to worry too much right now about her doing a lot of damage. I need to worry about her being able to survive so I don't run out of HP piles, as this fell asks at this stage, in order to continue progressing. After going through a flooded parking lot, I open a gate and find another camp where a cinematic plays out.
Adam, I was very surprised when I first met you.
Why?
Back in the colony, we learned that everyone on Earth was completely wiped out.
I'm sure it must have seemed that way. But you can't expect Mother Sphere to know everything.
Then there are other survivors out there, like you.
Yes, but it's rare to see them. Earth is still pretty inhospitable to humans.
Then I have to power up the monorail to get to the plaza with Eve and Adam's drone. And we get a good look at the city through this.
Something is heading our way.
Don't worry, it's the monorail.
This ancient electronic device is our transport.
All right then, after you. Eve, are you alright?
Oh, I was just remembering something from yesterday. This city, it's so quiet and so lonesome.
Well, that's what happens when a city becomes devoid of humanity. Eve, what are you going to do after you defeat the Alpha Natiba?
All airborne squad members exist for one sole purpose. All we must do is complete the mission.
You mean the extinction of all Natibas? Right? To think that the point of your existence is to snuff out another species. No fun in that. We're here. Do you want to get off?
Looks like this used to be a plaza.
You're right. Except it's underwater now. The good thing is you won't have to go in the water. The Hall of Records is that way.
In the plaza, there's all kinds of goodies, though Adam does tell me not to go into the water because it's dangerous. So I leave that for later.
Everything looks like an apocalypse.
What?
Nothing. Just talking to myself.
I do admit it took me way too long to figure out the puzzle over here. The key code is the number on the clock, the time on the clock. It's 12:25 based on the clock. Open the gate, move on to the archives, which of course are locked.
It's a victory monument. The Hall of Records is under there.
Nothing's happening.
It wasn't like this before. The system was put through a reset when the power was cut off. I'll have to verify the credentials once power is restored.
Why don't we force our way in?
Let's not do that. If the safety system goes off, we'll never be able to enter.
Turning the power back on, I enter, and I actually expected a boss fight over here, but that happens just a bit later. Instead, we get a bunch of lore information.
Great. Power has been restored. We'll head down to the Hall of Records now. I can't believe we're in the Hall of Records. It's like a dream. Now, all we have to do is find the hyperdrive.
At the start of the 22nd century, humanity's right to life was threatened by advanced global warming. Having foreseen this, Mother Sphere ensured mankind could meet this challenge. The eons-long process of natural adaptation resolved near instantly. The body cell replaced the heart and made it possible to survive in environments without oxygen or water. Thanks to advances in biotechnology and nanotechnology, the inconveniences of aging and disease were a thing of the past. This created giant leaps forward in the development of hazardous industrial spaces and space itself. We can now withstand the crushing pressures of the deepest oceans and even exit a space station without the need of a spacesuit. Humanity's greatest and only hope for survival can be found in Mother Sphere. Please, enjoy the harmony and prosperity of Ados 7, the first city ever built by Mother Sphere, the mother of...
I have no idea what that was all about. Adam, did it make any sense to you?
Mankind's past was buried with the final war. This must be a video from before that time.
Hypercell. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes, you can extract it from the hyperdrive. Great. We accomplished our first objective. Let's go before the emergency power runs out. We got it. The hypercell. This is going to do a lot of good. Eve, thank you.
Okay. Then, can you tell me where the Alpha Natiba is?
Of course. It isn't far.
With that, we get to the area boss, the Corruptor. And this feels like fighting a spore crawler from StarCraft, assuming a spore crawler could attack ground targets, in terms of some of the attacks it uses, range attacks that it uses. Melee attack-wise, he does have this triple hit combo, which can be a bit tricky to either parry or dodge, so it's best to keep your distance a bit, or to interrupt that attack using your own attack. I do like the fact that you can interrupt enemies, but still, this still very much feels like a tutorial area boss, and this entire section of the game still feels like a tutorial area. Get people used to the gameplay, get people used to the combos, the pacing of the game, but these are not really the big challenges of the game. I assume those are yet to come. But still, pretty fun so far, pretty good performance, stability, you name it. I've enjoyed my time with the game thus far. Hosting, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications, and stay tuned for more.
You're gonna be totally exhausted before we even get to the Alpha.